What's up, YouTube? Orangilla here. And right now, I just like to lend my support to Donald Trump. Bow! Bow, 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 bow. And I think that it's important for not only every male to vote for Donald Trump because he's masculine, and we are in a very pivotal moment in the history of humanity because this is the first and probably our last opportunity to stomp feminism in its tracks, okay? But it's not only important for men to vote for Donald Trump, as everyone knows, it's also important for black men to vote for Donald Trump. And here's why. I'm going to try to make this video brief. Um, the working class black man and the low class black man and even the upper class black man see Kyrie Irving and see Chris Brown. They are plagued by a pest. It's called the black women, and they have 100 million tricks up their sleeves. This is the reason why Hillary gets so much black supporters. She gets on the podium, and before talking about issues, before speaking from a position of knowledge, she tells black people to call on their pastors and pray. Her main supporters are probably black females. Why? Because they know that a female in the office is gonna give them ultimate control, power, and all of that. You know, they're gonna scream rape on everybody whenever they don't get what they want, and niggas is gonna sit in prison for that. You feel me? They're gonna scream paternity test. They're gonna scream. I mean, it's already out of hand. You watch any of these paternity shows, Steve Wilkos, Maury Povich, and you can see whenever the woman comes out, they cheer for her. They encourage her to say all these negative and defaming things about the male. Then when the male comes out, they go ahead and boo him, right? And then you find out that the bitch been sleeping with 6 other niggas and it ain't a dude's baby. And they continue to boo him when he starts to celebrate the fact that he doesn't have to be stuck with this fucking wild animal. All right, so as I stated, to make a long story short, man, I think it's imperative. It's imperative to humanity. It's imperative to the male gender. But niggas, if you want to survive, if you want to not be extinct for the next 50 years, you're going to vote for Donald Trump. Because if you vote for Hillary, you are going to empower feminism, and you know who our biggest enemy is. Our biggest enemy is not white males. Our biggest enemy is black females. You empower feminism, and black females will consume you totally. You think they're talking to you like your children now. You think they're undermining your authority now. You think they're insulting your intelligence now. Wait till Hillary gets in office. You feel me? Niggas is running around steady talking about how Donald Trump is a racist, and they can find him saying things like grab her by the pussy, but they cannot find him saying one racist statement against black men. Go figure that out. How the fuck you dislike a person who hasn't said anything about you based on what he said about somebody else? Based on what he said about somebody else, somebody who doesn't like you. What the fuck do black people keep bringing up this racist issue for? Because Donald Trump said he's gonna build a fucking wall. Motherfucker, as I stated before, Hispanic people aren't particularly fond of black people. So why the fuck y'all jumping to their rescue? You need to jump to your own fucking rescue is what you need to do. Okay. Um, Number two, what the fuck have you got to lose? Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Most niggas don't have any common sense, and most niggas that talk about politics, such as TIP, aren't speaking from a position of knowledge. He's a fucking drug dealer. He never had to deal with socio-economical issues like this. He's just jumping on the fucking stop Trump bandwagon because it looks good to the pro blacks. But as you know and I know, pro blacks are dumb ass motherfuckers. They're talking about hoteps. They're talking about what happened in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? How many centuries ago? My nigga, that was the past. This is the present. These motherfucking hotep niggas is constantly living in the past. You feel me? With that said, Niggas like T.I. really never lived in the civilized world, in the working class world. He started out selling drugs by his own admission and got lucky as a rapper, as a successful rapper, because there are plenty of people whose lyrics are uh, more entertaining than his or more hardcore than his. So at the end of the day, it is luck, and that's why I call it that. He's talking about stomp Trump, this, that, and the other, but he's not speaking from a position of knowledge. He's never been to college and take any political science classes. This is not the person you want to listen to on this subject. Now, if he was talking about chopping up OZs and serving grams and trafficking kilos, I would understand. But as for how to vote, he's totally not in a position. He's totally out of line. So for all these celebrities, what's that white guy's name who's married to the black chick? Al Pacino. He's married to a black chick. He has no business blasting Donald Trump. Okay. All right. So with that sidebar out of the way, let me get to the point. What exactly is going to happen if Donald Trump is elected is, as black men, whether we are poor, middle class, or rich, we are held back specifically. We are held back by a specific design. I would say the world hates us, but that would be oversimplifying it. What it is we are far behind on the totem pole, and even if we're not so financially, we seem that way because all America does is badmouth us. Chinese badmouth us. White people badmouth us. Women badmouth us. Arab badmouth us. And Hispanics badmouth us. All of a sudden, there are brothers and there are people of color when they need our assistance and they need our support. Were they people of color when Trayvon Martin got shot? Nope. In fact, George Zimmerman claims to be Hispanic, not white. That's what he said at this trial. Okay, so they're not people of color when we need their support, and they never have been. But gullible ass black people all of a sudden, they're people of color because Donald Trump wants to build a wall to keep out the illegals. But this shit don't really go like that with me. I say all that to say this. What's going to happen is black males are at the bottom of the totem pole socially, and consequently, they're also at the bottom of the totem pole financially and respect-wise and in a bunch of other ways. Because nobody gives a fuck about them. You could tie Emmett Till up to the back of a bus and drag him through the woods and nobody would give a fuck, okay? They give a fuck about women, and that's another issue. I mean, America focuses too much on women. They give women way too much. America's resources, over half of America's resources are dedicated to women, and they produce less than half of it. They're producing the least and getting the most out of the two, males and females. So I just want to get that point clear. But also what's going to happen when Donald Trump, God willing, becomes elected is, because nobody gives a fuck about us, is the reason we're on the bottom of the totem pole. But Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck about anybody. So all of us are going to be on the bottom of the totem pole. In layman's terms, a vote for Donald Trump will even up the field for the black man against everybody. Cops will no longer be able to shoot a nigga of any kind and get paid leave because everybody will be held accountable under Donald Trump. You know why? Because he doesn't need your favor. You know what I'm saying? You cannot persuade a person, and any good pimp will tell you this. You cannot persuade a person that doesn't want anything. You approach a person and you want something from him or her, you want a favor from them, your best bet is to see what they need and come to a compromise. Donald Trump don't need shit from nobody. Not only is he rich, but he's accomplished probably everything he's ever wanted to accomplish in life. If he chose to have sex with 10 women at the same time, he probably did that. So you really can't come up to him and give him any ultimatums. You know what I'm saying? He's really got nothing to lose. He's done it all. So when a cop who shoots a nigga or a female who believes that all men are supposed to bow down to her, or believes that she can disrespect men and run over men roughshod and handle men any kind of way and get away with it, She's not going to get away with it. Like the man said, there should be consequences for abortions. She's going to get handcuffed and taken to jail. That's what they don't want. That black man, this is what you want. As easily as they take you to jail for playing with a toy gun or jaywalking, this is how you want people to treat each other. You are not the only one that deserve to be treated poorly. Women deserve to be treated poorly, white people deserve to be treated poorly, and Hispanic people deserve to be treated poorly, if that's what you want to call it. But in reality, it's being treated equally. If we cannot elevate the black man up to everybody else's level, it is necessary for us to bring everybody else down to the black man's level. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is going to do. So vote for Donald Trump is going to give you a chance. It's going to level up the playing field, give you a fighting chance to prove that you're a man, because black guys, they're really obsessed with proving that they're men or, justifying their manhood. But it's really a psychological game. It's a guilt trip. You feel me? You don't have to feel bad for not being able to do something for somebody else. Because if you slow down and think about it, how many people have been able to do anything for fucking you? Especially as a black male. Your public defender hangs you out to dry. The judge hates your guts. He's got his mind made up before you walk in the courtroom. The cops got his mind made up. Looks like a bad guy there when they shot the man. Before they approach you, women, as black guys, women don't give you really any respect. You know what I'm saying? They walk up to your group discussion, blow smoke in your face. Ask Tommy, ask Wale. You know what I'm saying? Ask JD Black. Big shout outs to JD Black, by the way. As JD Black, you walk up to a black female, she feeling herself, she's going to definitely give you a hard time, but she's not going to give her a cracker a hard time, you feel me? So that's basically what I base our social status on, what I see in day-to-day life. Again, not just simply what happens to me, but what I see happens to other black guys, you know what I'm saying? Nobody respects us. When you put in black man in Google, the first result is the first and apparently and consequently the most researched topic or research statement is black men are weak. All right, so that just shows you how they feel about us. Nigga, what you need is somebody on your side. You need to stop listening to fucking dumbass T.I. who lucked up on a fortune, puss ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Old ass nigga who don't know what's going on, just got 2 cents to put in. Stop listening to these dumbass niggas and vote for Donald Trump. Because I'm pretty confident, mark my words, you're going to come back to this video in a little while. This is your last chance to stop America from dehumanizing you, okay? Sooner or later, you're going to be walking on the street and cops done shot niggas for less. White civilians done shot niggas for less. Remember that guy in Jacksonville that shot the kid in the red car because he was playing that nigger music too loud? Guess what? You vote for Hillary Clinton, she marketing to y'all dumbasses, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out there buying Gucci, but you won't buy, Nigash, which is a black clothing label. You out here trying to support Hillary Clinton, not trying to support your own. But what's going to happen if you put her in the White House is women are going to take all kind of liberties on you, and men, non-black men, are going to take their cues from women, and instead of shooting you for having your music too loud or because you look like a bad guy, they're going to walk by and shoot you and have no excuse at all, and the media is going to justify it, and they're going to get paid leave, and the women are going to scream rape on you, and you're going to do 20 years. A lot of you pussy niggas aren't familiar with situations and problems like these, so it's far removed for you. Pussy niggas like Angel Ramirez, for instance, aren't familiar with these problems. It's far removed for your mind, so you couldn't possibly understand the need to rectify this now or nip this in the bud. But anyway, they're going to start just treating you, they're going to dehumanize you. They're going to treat you the worst. And nobody's going to say anything because nobody gives a fuck about you now, and you're about to make it worse on yourself by putting a group of people who are openly don't give a fuck about you and you're supporting them. Hillary Clinton is going to do for the black people in this country what your baby mama does for you. You know what I'm saying? She's going to like you initially, but after the honeymoon, she's going to rip your ass apart. and you're gonna help her do it, and then cry. But anyway, if you want to fuck yourself up, if you want to be seen as nothing and subservient and inferior to every other group in the country, that's your business, you know what I'm saying? But don't make it hard for me. I want to elect a president that's a man, someone that can relate to me. I want to elect a president that dislikes or treats everybody equally. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these niggas is talking about stomp Trump for. Listen, and two niggas don't know what they want anyway. But listen, and as far back as 1995 down here in Miami, the niggas was complaining that how the Coast Guard let all the Cubans in and sent all the Haitians back. Now they're complaining that a nigga want to build a wall to keep out all the Mexican. Make up your mind, which is it? Are you for self-preservation or are you for peace for everybody? You know what I'm saying? We can't have a piece till a nigga get a piece too? Or are you, am I my Mexican brother's keeper? Shut the fuck up. All you niggas that don't know nothing about politics, until you can name me the three parts of government, don't fucking say shit about politics. Don't say shit about Donald Trump. Don't say shit about George Bush. Don't say shit about Bill or Hillary Clinton. You're a fucking idiot. You're getting in the way and you're making shit worse on yourself and other people. Now, if you want to make things worse on yourself, that's great. But when you make things worse on other people, that's when they have to, defend themselves. So all you Trump supporters, if you see a nigga talking bad about Trump, you just have to be, tough about that shit. Stand up for it because you don't want that kind of propaganda out there in the air. Talking about the man's racist and he did this and he did that. He said grab her by the pussy, he's a misogynist, and they're really going overboard with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Before I can even watch a YouTube video, I can't even skip the Hillary ads. I'm forced to watch them. But at any rate, talking about the man said grab her by the pussy, this and that and the other, that's of no consequence whatsoever. That's of no consequence how he manages money. That's of no consequence how he's going to manage the country. If women are going to have to be held back or held down as they see it, which is not really, then so be it. But they're not going to be held back. It's that they're just going to get some of those privileges taken away from them. Or in other words, they're going to be treated equally as the other gender. But I'm getting kind of long-winded, so I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you agree with me. I hope you'll get out there and vote for Donald Trump, because a vote for Donald Trump is a vote for black males, and that's why they're trying to stop him so much.